Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is June 10th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery. You can see the marine layer is pretty prevalent in towards Los Angeles, San Diego County, Santa Barbara, Ventura. A little bit of a break there along some of the coastline. You can see some of the eddy action out over the water there near the islands, but you can see the mixed bag up and down the central coast towards the Bay Area. A little bit of sunshine there for some of the coastal areas there, and that's just why the coast stays a bit cooler. You got that marine layer versus the sunnier skies inland here, and of course the moderating and the cooling effects of the Pacific Ocean versus the strong June sunshine at this time of year, really warming up the interior areas. So we're going to scroll all the way back in towards yesterday, and if you look towards yesterday morning, again you can see the marine layer, but if we scroll through the afternoon hours, you'll see some of the thunderstorm activity and some pretty prolific lightning producing storms there across Northern California, some of the Cascades, and you'll see a couple of those thunderstorms pop off across some of the Sierra Nevada as well. A lot of lightning across Oregon, Nevada, Idaho, and portions of Utah also here. And then we scroll on into this morning, as you can see. And again, there's going to be thunderstorm chances again today. Now, we'll take a look at that in some detail here in some of the weather models. We'll take a look at the fire danger as we go on into the summer months coming up. And we've got some pretty warm days coming up here as well. We've got some excessive heat warnings. We've got heat advisories out there. And just a reminder that, the rivers are still running cold. It's still pretty early in the year. Some snow melt still occurring. Wear your life vest. Watch out for your children. You guys know the drill. Taking a look at some of the contrasts here. Look at Eureka just hanging out in the low 60s. Fort Bragg in the upper 50s here. But look as you get inland, some areas approaching 100 degrees. So a big contrast between the coastal areas and the inland areas. Look at Point Arena here hanging out in the low 60s, maybe some upper 50s out there as well. Shelter Cove, a little bit warmer there, but still not anywhere near the 100 degrees you're seeing at Upper Lake or Weaversville, for example. Now looking at Reno, South Lake Tahoe, Susanville, Mammoth Lakes Found, you can see the temperatures are expected daily as we go through this upcoming weekend. A little bit of a dip there as we go through Sunday, and then we start to try to warm things up as we go again on in towards next week. Here we go with Hanford National Weather Service. This does include Bakersfield, Merced here, and Madera, Fresno, and you can see some pretty warm temperatures coming up here. Some chances of getting up towards 105 degrees for some areas. Taking a look at San Diego, temperatures expected today. Look at San Diego at 70, but Palm Springs, Thermal, El Centro here pushing over 105, Ludlow 105. And again, if you want to beat the heat, go to the coast. If you want the heat, go inland here, and then you want a medium ground there, check out San Bernardino and Riverside 89 and 84, and Ontario at 84 degrees as well. Look at Anaheim checking in at 78 today probably. And just some good reminders here on how to keep that fire danger down. Don't park on the dry grass. Do not throw your cigarette butts outside, please. And yeah, pause the video if you want to check this out, or go ahead and check out the San Francisco Bay Area National Weather Service page for more information. And June 10th, look at that, pretty early in the season back in 1990, Hurricane Boris there making a close pass to Baja, brought some interesting precipitation totals to some areas of California as well. And you can get some other interesting weather also. Let's check it out, 44 in Palm Springs in 1976. That must have been an interesting sight to see. Now taking a look at daily 2-meter max temperatures. As we scroll through today, you can see 103. But tomorrow, check it out, we're ramping up these temperatures across a lot of the valley areas. The desert's warming up. Death Valley could be pushing 118, 119. Coastal areas, of course, much cooler. And then we go through Wednesday, another very warm day across the region. We start to knock those temperatures down a little bit here as we go through the end of the week. It's still pretty warm out there, but the hundreds are gone from a lot of the valley areas. And we drop down, probably Sunday being the coolest here as we go through this upcoming weekend. And then we try to bounce things back again as we go through next week. But we'll worry about that. We're getting a little too far out in the forecast. You actually see Monday would probably be the coolest day according to the National Blend of Models here. Taking a look at what's going on at 18,000 feet, we have this ridge nosing in here, and we have a system swinging to the Pacific Northwest, but that's not going to help California or the Southwest cool off with that system here. But you can see additional systems will be pushing through, and this one kind of looks like it's going to have some more effect on suppressing temperatures here as we go towards the end of the week and the weekend. And so that's why things will drop down in temperature a little bit coming up here. Now, taking a look at the North American model, I want to show you do we have the chances for some thunderstorm activity again today. And you can see it wants to paint a few showers there across the Sierra Nevada. Those could have some lightning with them. And then as we go on into Tuesday, you'll see a few showers pop off again in the same area there as well. And as we go through Wednesday afternoon, yet again here, so we're kind of in that regime right now where we're getting those afternoon thunderstorms across the higher terrain. But it does look like we're letting up on some of the coverage here the past few days across Northern California. That's some pretty interesting thunderstorm activity, some gusty winds and a lot of lightning associated, but that should be on the wane over the next few days. Looking at the European lightning flash density potential. So this is for this afternoon. Again, mainly across the Sierra Nevadas. And then you can see as we go through Tuesday afternoon, and there's Wednesday afternoon right there. And then we go through Thursday afternoon. So yeah, you can see we're going to be repeating this here for the next few days. Take a look at tropical weather outlook here. Tropical cyclone activity not expected during the next 48 hours. So we'll continue to watch that as we go on in through the season. Here we go, 6 to 10 days. This was issued yesterday. Pacific Northwest below average, and some of that can start to encroach on some of California, dropping our temperatures down at least a bit where they're going to be, especially tomorrow and Wednesday, the warmest days of the week most likely. And you can see 6 to 10 day precipitation already pretty dry here across the Southwest, and a below average signal checking in as we go through June 19th. And just a heads up here, you can go to this, I believe this is fire.gov.ca, and you can check out some of the current fire activity out there. It'll tell you how much of them are contained, how many acres have burned, and what counties they're in, and the name of the fires also. And we'll be checking out this fire danger here. Right now, nothing going on for the day 1 or day 2 outlook. And if we look off in through the significant wildland fire potential outlook through June, you can see California doing quite well because we've been above average with our precipitation, a little bit more moist than average. That can also have kind of a rebound effect, though, when you grow a lot of grasses. You can have some of the grass fires out there. So you might not have the huge wildland fires going on, but you could have some local areas that are still burning. Now, here's July. Again, not a bad signal for California. Above average fire season possible across some of Nevada, though, in Oregon, Idaho, and Utah, maybe New Mexico. But as we get into August, you can see things level out here and kind of a neutral signal showing up. And we get into September, and you can see some of that above average starting to show up here for California. So we'll be watching that as we go. But anyway, yeah, eyes on the sky if you're off across the backcountry again today. Hoping some of this burns off. You guys, those of you that want to see the sunshine in the coastal areas, and if you want to beat the heat, go to the coastal areas as well. Definitely much cooler there versus the inland areas. But we'll continue to watch the forecast coming in here over the next week or so. Hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, click like and subscribe. We will do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.